So welcome ladies and gentlemen back to the Master League episode 65. That's right, up to 65 now, and we are taking on Crystal Palace in today's episode. And hopefully we'll take on Bournemouth as well. Now obviously the transfer window has officially opened today. Had a couple of players come back from loan. Probably going to try and get them out, actually. I mean, there's no point me keeping them. Just get out there and play some football. Now, I obviously had to ask about transfers and players to get. And this is the thing, and I've had a couple of people say about a forward and this, that, and the other. I mean, you look at the lineup, and I'm going to try and play a little bit of fluid formation in this time around. So we'll adjust accordingly throughout the game. We'll see how it goes. I don't really want to buy another forward because I have too many. Okay, I know someone's saying I need a prolific forward striker with Lukaku, but still, look, Rashford's still young. We've still got Martial, who's actually been playing relatively decent. Douglas Costa can kind of play up top as well. Alexis Sanchez is an option. If we don't sell him, I have put him up for transfer. So, you know, I just felt like I've got too many forwards as it is. Centre midfielders kind of have a lot as well. I may try and sell Fred. I don't know. There's a couple of things I'm thinking about. I'm going to try and sell Kyle Walker. I don't really care. Was the other player Wan-Bissaka? Basaki, can't remember his name exactly, but he was actually a player that Man United are kind of looking at in the real world. So I thought, all right, well, let's take a look at him. Here he is, Wan-Bissaka. Okay, this is the guy right here. Now, he's not the best. You know, he's 73 rated. He is a right back, though. He's got decent speed, but I'd rather buy someone like him and develop him than picking up someone who is already sort of experienced and United aren't really getting. The fact that United are trying to get this guy possibly, or he's on their radar, makes it more of an enticing offer. He has only a £1 to buy, but I could snap him up. He has a release fee of like 5 million, which is hardly anything. Other players that I was looking at, not all of these. A lot of people are saying about Isco. I mean, I could actually buy Isco because Real Madrid are happy to sell him, but I don't have the funds, just enough funds for him right now. They want like 25 million. But do I need Isco? You know what I mean? Like, do I need him? Because I have enough centre midfielders, as I say. Other players, I mean, there was Rakitic. I know there was talk about him, but he's also 32. I mean, he's kind of old. He's not obviously a speedy player because he's a centre midfielder. He's the type of player that just bosses the midfield, as in he'll play it around. Dribbling's good, ball control's good, low passing's there. Could work well with Pogba, but I honestly think Harriet's doing the job anyway. Another player, I mean, Bruno Fernandes, some people were saying he's been linked. But is this guy any better than the likes of Martial at 26? Not really, so he's not going to be, you know, someone who's going to be too clinical. That really is about it. I'm probably not going to get anyone too exciting because I don't want this series to get out of hand. And yes, I did buy a lot of players before when it came to the summertime. We got rid of a lot of players and we bought a lot of players. So for the time being, we'll leave it. I'm going to see if anyone comes in and tries to buy any of my players. If no one buys anyone, there's not really any point in me signing anyone. Anyway, let's dive into it. Let's have a look at the lineup for today. Taking on Crystal Palace. Got a bit of a rest after as well, so everyone should be buzzing for today's match. So let's come up with a lineup and we'll be right back. Okay, so this is the lineup we're looking at. I'm actually going to put Ndombele on the right-hand side because he actually can play right back. You know, he's versatile. Play right back or centre midfielder. So I'm going to put him there. Eric Bailly's buzzing. Kimpembe comes back with Luke Shaw. We're going to start Fred, Pogba, Harriet. And we're going to go for the traditional Martial, Lukaku, Rashford today. I don't know, why not? We'll bring back the traditional threesome and see how they get on. Plenty of options on the bench if we need them. There's a look at Crystal Palace. So pretty much we're going to start with this, which is like a 4-5-1, 4-2-3-1. When we get the ball, bang, we're going to get players forward, attacking, willy-nilly. Let's push Lukaku up a little bit. Pogba can push forward as well. Obviously, Fred is just more in the hole. And then once we lose possession, then bam, we'll drop right back as well. Try and soak it up and then catch him on the break. So that's what we're going to go for. We'll see how we get on. Defensive, yeah, I like to keep Fred back, actually. Hug the sideline. Do we want to play that? Or, no, we'll do centering targets, but we will do some tight marking on Zaha because he could be a right pain in the hole. So, there we go. There's Man United. There's Crystal Palace. So let's dive into today's game. We're going to make this shorter, though, because it's going to be a 10-minute match because we'll have 2 matches in today's episode. Hope you guys do enjoy it. Please do hit that like button. As always, taking on Crystal Palace, as I say, at home, Old Trafford. Let's do this. So you can join us live for Manchester United and Crystal Palace on a wet and rainy day. As you can see, Crystal Palace are lying in 11th place currently, and Man United 3rd now, which is the first time they've been outside the top 2 in an awful long time. So the referee blows, and the Red Devils get things moving, and in the back of their mind they will have that last matchup just creeping up on them, conceding late from a set piece. Odriozola getting injured, the manager making 3 changes before that, and basically that caused Manchester United to not make another change. Here is Pogba, nice little turn by the Frenchman. This is out wide. Ndombele said, you know what, just going to rip this one. He's actually playing as a right back today as well. Don't see that too often. Ridwell, Van Aanholt. He's the type of player he'll be marking today. But Ndombele has pretty good bearings when it comes to defensive covering. There he is. Fantastic play by him. Fizzed up the line as well to find Martial. Romelu Lukaku banged in 7 goals last month. Had a cracking affair. Martial so quick. Turns one way, then the other. Delivers it in. There is Pogba. But he couldn't keep it down. Maya fizzes up the line to Zaha. Manchester United know all about him. Former United man. Cross against Bay. Fantastic turn, delivers in. There is the header. Oh, it's come off the crossbar. David De Gea was fully beaten. And there's a strike. Deflection. Oh, it's rolled in. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. MacArthur gives Crystal Palace the lead. And Eric Bay can't believe it. Well, it came off the woodwork. It's not a good pass here from Kimpembe. I don't know what he's thinking about. And this takes a huge deflection off Fred. Harriet. Oh, he's looking for Martial, who very, very much nearly stole that. Manchester United have got to keep the pressure on. What a great ball. Great idea. Here's a chance now for Townsend. Oh, he didn't want to hit it, did he? Didn't want to hit the ball. Man United have been caught several times. Crystal Palace is just getting in the way of things right now. Man United have got to be careful. Could go 2-0 down. Zaha does strike it. De Gea with a decent save. Did the job. Now here comes Pogba. Skips past the challenge. Wants Lukaku to run the other way. Pogba might just go this alone. He is going to have a go, and he will take the corner out of it. Harriet comes across and delivers it high towards the back post. Pogba floats that one in. Beautiful ball. Deflection. It's it. Martial with the equaliser. Manchester United draw level. And it's all stemmed from a set piece. Great ball back in the mix by Pogba. Got his head up, delivered it. It was Lukaku causing the problems, but it is a good finish with the left foot. So the second half begins. 45 minutes left to play. Manchester United trailed. Oh, there was a chance for Lukaku. I think he thought he'd stolen that. Well, yeah, Man United trailed. Back level, 7 minutes before the break. Crystal Palace have done a relatively good job of controlling the game at times, which has made it hard for Manchester United. Ball over the top's not a bad idea, but Luke Shaw tidies up. Back to De Gea. He made a pretty good save in the first half. Couldn't really do much about the goal, unfortunately for him. Basically, just took too much of a deflection. Here's Pogba. Lays it back to Shaw. Now there's a lot of time here to deliver this one in towards the back post. Comes back to Lukaku. Tees it off to Pogba. Lukaku gets up again. That's where United's problems will come for the other team. Getting the ball out wide and delivering it in. Flicked on. Lukaku. United just trying to get anything on it. Crystal Palace struggling to get it away. Martial. Here's Pogba. And that is a great ball, but Luke Shaw couldn't get there, but he has won the foul. I think he just got clipped after he played it. You can see here, just got caught. Well, it's going to be Pogba to try and get it up and down. Oh, he's got it in. Absolutely filthy. Squeezed it in the bottom corner. The goalie didn't even move. Maybe a bit of redemption for the last game where they conceded a free kick. This time it's actually been a while since they've scored from a free kick. And he really whips this round the wall into the bottom corner. It is a peach. This time he decides, I'm not going to go over the wall. I'm going to bend it around the wall. And the goalie had no chance. Rashford. Luke Shaw back to the goal scorer of Pogba, who goes down, and that very well could be a yellow, but Man United going to take the quick one here, and it may work out for them. Rashford. Luke Shaw took a deflection. Come back out to Fred, and that's going to be another foul. Silly, silly place to give it away. Well, Paul Pogba managed to do it earlier. Couldn't quite score this time. But he does win it back. And what a save that is, off the line by the goalie. Lukaku surely thought he'd scored. Martial is not offside here. Harrit comes back to Pogba. Oh, what a venomous strike. The goalie with a double save. This comes off the face of Fred. Back to Martial. To Harrit. Teed off nicely. Hits this well, but it is straight at the goalie. David De Gea. What a ball that is. Pinpoint accuracy. Luke Shaw finding Fred. Pogba. Back to Luke Shaw. Shaw again. How's the delivery? What a ball in that is! Absolutely exquisitely done. Romelu Lukaku is back. But have a look at the magical delivery by Luke Shaw. I mean, the run is perfection as well. It all works in tandem. The delivery, the finish, the run, the awareness. And United grab number 3. And United's final change, Douglas Costa coming on for Harrit, who's played relatively well today. You can see Crystal Palace wanting Man United to hurry up. Well, it's been a while since United actually scored 3 goals, so credit to them. Luigi will be happy. Not that they conceded early, but definitely with a response. Here is Lukaku bundled out of the way. We've got final 2 minutes here. A total of 3 minutes of added stoppage time. Well played, Douglas Costa battling for it. Zaha, they've really stuck with him today. And there's the full-time whistle. Manchester United come from behind to win at Old Trafford by 3-1. So the second half just turned it around, because I think we only had 4 attempts in the first. 11-3, and yeah, comfortable on the possession. Man of the match today, Romelu Lukaku. So the other results, let's take a look. Everton lost. That's fantastic news. So we'll at least bump back up to second. Chelsea beat Bournemouth. Tottenham beat Watford. Arsenal beat Newcastle. Liverpool did win, though. They beat Burnley. City won. Middlesbrough beating Wolves. West Brom drew. And Stoke beating Leicester City. So we do move up into second place. Liverpool still 2 points clear, but that's fine. Not too bad. We have a decent goal difference. Liverpool have been banging in the goals, haven't they? Chelsea 4th. And as we move down, Burnley in bottom. Look at them, Burnley. Only 9 points. So we're actually going to head now into, I think we're back in the FA Cup, which I didn't know. Yeah, that kind of crept up on us. Didn't actually say there was an FA Cup match, just popped up. So, yeah, we'll be taking on Bournemouth in this matchup. Then we'll take on Watford, Burnley, Wolves, Leicester. Yeah, so I mean, we've got a relatively decent run of games. I mean, it's never that easy, but certainly is our best chance to get as many points as we can. You see Salah there, 16 goals so far this season. He's been racking those in. Lukaku on 13, so that's not too bad. So let's have a look at the lineup for today, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I think this is what we'll go for. A couple of changes, not too many drastic ones. I am going to keep the same midfield. I thought they worked quite well. I actually thought Fred had a good game. And then we'll start Martial, Lukaku and Rashford again. If, you know, we can always bring on other players. And then at the back, I will start Kyle Walker today just because Ndombele's stamina kind of depleted him in the last match. And then Lindelof will come in with Kimpembe and Luke Shaw, David De Gea. So there we go. More than likely, Douglas Costa will come on. He is a super sub. So when you have that kind of perk, it's always good to bring him on. So we'll probably bring him on, you know, about the hour mark, see what he can do. So there we go. That is the lineup. I've actually slightly tweaked my fluid formation. I've not made them come back as much. So at kickoff, we're still going to be playing like a 4-3-3. And in possession, it's just when we're out of possession, the centre mids will be a little bit deeper. But I still want to keep the players forward because if I drop them back, I have a hard time of counter-attacking and springing a break, which is ideally what we like to do. I'm actually going to take off defensive, and I was playing hug the sideline as well last game, which I made a few tweaks there. I'll always do a bit of tight marking just to make sure we cover those, and I think that should be good enough. Okay, so there we go. There's a look at Bournemouth. 4-4-2, traditional. King, Wilson up top. Could be problems, so have to be wary about that. But yeah, we're back at Old Trafford, so hope you guys do enjoy this one. We'll be playing our final match, and then we'll be back in the next episode. But let's try and advance through to the next round and beat the mighty Bournemouth. Let's do this. So you join us today for the Emirates FA Cup third round. It's Manchester United, it's Bournemouth, and it's snowing. That's right, it is very cold. January time is upon us, as we know, which means generally there is a bit of snow in the air. But who will advance into the next round? Will 90 minutes or more, and we'll find out. So the referee blows some Premier League rest time for both these teams. Last season, Manchester United got to, I believe it was the semi-finals before they were knocked out by Liverpool, who ended up winning it. So this time, obviously Man United will want to pick up the trophy. Pogba scored an important free kick in the last game. It's been a while since United had scored from a set piece, but it was immaculately finished round the wall into the bottom corner. Keeper left with no chance at all. Here's Nathan Wilson. The referee says that was all right. Just a little fall there. Harrit. Luke Shaw with a bit of room. Rashford. Back to Pogba. Fred. Tried to feed that in there, but the option was to lay it out wide, and suddenly Wilson's got some room. Kimpembe's relatively quick, and that's fantastic defending. He certainly does add an element of security back there when he's playing. Harrit with the outside of the boot. Fantastic ball. Rashford dispossessed. A great challenge by Fred. Martial, his turn of pace is exceptional. And he has done brilliantly well. Back post, 1-0 United. Paul Pogba again on the score sheet for the second game running. Different class. Worked it well. And it's all about Martial. Such a threat on the flank because of his speed, his acceleration. And he's just dinked this back post, and Paul Pogba smartly waited. You have a look at the Bournemouth defenders. They all are drawn to the ball, but not the captain. peeled away and found that bottom corner. Harrit tried to fake his man. The only person he faked out was himself. And that's a good idea. Kimpembe should get there. And he does. Walker. Flicked inside. Harrit. There's a lot of space out wide here for Marcus Rashford. Great ball. Cuts back inside. Rashford has a go. Oh, how close was that? Well, it looked like it was in from this angle. Great switch. One touch. Got it out of his feet. And he just tried to bend it in the far corner. Pogba. Harrit. Look at Martial. He's staying wide every single time. And he is going to go for it. But it was straight down the keeper's throat. So the second half begins. Conditions are still cold and slippery. The snow coming down. And Man United still have that slender lead. Thanks to Paul Pogba. Scores for the second consecutive game. Oh, Bournemouth going to step it up this second half. Kimpembe stepped in there to win that challenge. Flicked on. And Rashford has a chance to show his pace here and get away from his man. Still going Rashford. Lays it back. Lukaku tries to have a go. Fallen nicely. And Brits does well to deny the finish of, I think that was Fred. Nice bit of play. Lukaku's got a little bit fortunate with the deflection that came back to Fred, but still, that's a fine stop. Man United at the moment in control, you would say. Here's Pogba. Bit of space out wide here for Harrit. There's a little touch. Nicely worked. Harrit once more. Delivers it in. Lukaku's hit the uprights. So close to making it two. Now look at the football. Little flick. Give and go. Saw the Belgian international, but he just couldn't squeeze it in. Well, Marcus Rashford is going to be the player replaced as Douglas Costa comes on for him with plenty of time, about 30 minutes to spare. Frazier. Bournemouth are still capable of scoring a goal. Don't write them off. Only takes one lapse of concentration. Suddenly it's a different ball game. Lovely touch there. Fed inside. Harrit comes across. Fartis against Luke Shaw. This is better by Bournemouth. They just need to have a strike. Oh, they fed it off really nicely. Kimpembe just about got a foot on it. Ndidi, Cook. Fed up the line to Wilson. Tries to lay it back. Kimpembe just about ahead of his man again. This is good pressure by Bournemouth. Man United on the back ropes, but finally it goes out of play. Plenty of players in the box. Has to be a good delivery. It isn't bad at all. And back to Fred. Harrit's dispossessed. Final 9 minutes. Bournemouth need a goal. Lovely play by Douglas Costa. Acceleration is absolutely unreal. And that is the goal of the day. Without question. Comes on, he scores. Here's Douglas Costa. Just admire the pace, the finish, everything. And obviously with it being a snowy day, it's zipped off the turf. Look how quickly he accelerates away from his man. Then he comes in and smashes it into the bottom corner. Man United's final two changes going to rest the captain of Pogba and Fred. So Manchester United 2, Bournemouth 0. Looks like that could be enough to put the Red Devils into the next round. Well, they definitely were the favourites today, and they've proved their worth. But this is a chance for the free kick here. The referee was having a word with Lindelof. If Cook can get this up and down over the wall, it could make for an interesting final few minutes, but they decided to go a different route. And now Lukaku has picked it up, and he's found a lot of space for Douglas Costa. Bournemouth players are looking tired. It's going to be Costa again, and it's number 3. And that is what happens when you bring a player on of his quality. With 30 minutes left, Bournemouth players are looking rugged, looking tired. And he just uses his phenomenal ability and pace to finish this game off. The goalie should have probably closed him down, but didn't want to. Stanislas. Diego Rico. Fantastic challenge by Kyle Walker. And the referee does blow for full time. Manchester United winning convincingly 3-0, and that man there, Douglas Costa, what a performance when he came on. So there we have it, 9-2 attempts, pretty comfortable, 55% possession, and no surprise, Douglas Costa is the man of the match. So the other matches played, Man City advanced through. Chelsea have been knocked out by West Brom on penalties. Oh dear, Arsenal advanced after beating Crystal Palace. Liverpool beat Newcastle 4-1. Leicester losing to West Ham. Everton beat Stoke and Burnley, knocking out Tottenham. Tottenham about consistent as they come, aren't they? God, they're terrible. Burnley only have, 9 points this season? So that means we will face West Ham in the next match. Everton take on Burnley. And the other side of the draw, we have Arsenal-Liverpool and Man City against West Brom. So we're not really going to face any massive teams until the final. It is definitely our chance to shine. So Kavar is increasing quite a bit at the moment. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back in the next episode. Cavani, of all players, has won the World Best Player of the Year award. Well, congratulations, Cavani. Certainly someone different. There he is, giving that a good old schmooch. And you have won the World Manager of the Year award. Are you having a laugh? For what? We hardly... well, I'm delighted. Thank you very much. I will cherish that and stick it on the mantelpiece. But apart from winning the Champions League, what else have we done? That's a blinding result. So there we have it. World Manager of the Year is Mr. Luigi. Oh, that's flattering. Absolutely flattering. Let's have a look at the other World Player of the Year and who came where. So it was Toni Kroos finishing second. Ronaldo got third. No sign of Lionel Messi. I know he finished fifth in the real world, which is mad. So there we go. Certainly different for that type of award that we're used to seeing. Anyway, we'll be back in the next episode. Hope you guys did enjoy it. I certainly did. And yeah, playing a little bit better there. But until next time, take care.